Welcome to Leading Meetings in Microsoft Teams. My name is Dominique Burton, and I will be your facilitator for this micro session. Today's objectives are to give you a step-by-step overview of Microsoft Teams, starting with creating a team, how do you schedule and facilitate a meeting option virtually, and to give you a couple best practices on how you can use some features for interactivity. This micro-learning is basically a cheat sheet for my other non-techies out there, just to give you a preview of what Microsoft Teams can do, but also how do you get started. Be sure to take a look at the Microsoft Teams quick guide provided in the announcement. Today, we will just be discussing how do you join or create a team, starting a new chat, and composing a message. Microsoft Teams is the hub for collaboration in Microsoft 365. It integrates people, content, and tools your team needs to be more engaged and productive. With a chat-based collaboration platform, there's document sharing, online meetings, and many more extremely useful features for business communications. This, however, it's just an overview primer on Teams. The Training and Education Center offers instructor-led team sessions, and Microsoft offers several free micro-learning on-demand sessions at So let's get started. Our first task is to create a team. Once you've logged in, your screen should look like this. Go to Teams, where you see number 1, then go to Join or Create a Team at number 2. I'm going to start at Create a Team by clicking the purple button. I'm going to build a team from scratch. I'm also going to make this team private. Private because that means a person would need permission to join, and since this is going to be a place to house different conversations among my staff, private makes sense. I'm going to name this team ALCO TEC Training Team, and here's my description. This private hub is for the training team to discuss projects, assignments, agendas, and host team meetings. I'm going to click Create, and my team is ready to go, except for that I don't have any people in this team. The next step is to add members to ALCO TEC Training Team by starting to type their names. So I already have Tammy in, and I'm typing Kim for Ruth Kim. If later on I decide I want to invite more people, you can click Invite People, and you can continue to add more members and assign members roles. So in this case, it's always a great best practice to include another member of your team as the owner of the group, which here is Tammy. Up next is how do you schedule a meeting and assign roles in Teams. I prefer to use Outlook Calendar to schedule a meeting. I open my Outlook Calendar, select New Teams Meeting, fill in all the information for my meeting, including who's required to attend, who's optional, and time. And before I send this, I will click on Meeting Options to set up the options. In Meeting Options, you have the opportunity to identify people that you want to bypass the lobby. So what is the lobby? The lobby is where you as a meeting organizer can have attendees wait until you're ready for them to join the conversation. The lobby is helpful if parts of the conversation or agenda are confidential in nature or don't require all of the meeting attendees to be a part of it. The beauty of the lobby is that it looks just like your surroundings right now. As a best practice, I allow anyone in my organization to bypass the lobby. The next question is who can present? Here I'd suggest that you actually identify specific people to join you as presenters. Unfortunately, you won't be able to select someone from a different organization as a presenter. Congratulations, we just scheduled our first Microsoft Teams meeting. Well, actually, we haven't finished quite yet. There's one big step we got to do first. Yes, we must send it off to our attendees. Now, we've got it done. The list on the screen identifies the capabilities of each role. As a meeting organizer, you can choose from adding people as presenters or attendees. Anyone who is not selected as a presenter is an attendee. Attendees have a more controlled experience, where a presenter basically has the same capabilities as the organizer. Both organizers and presenters can share content during a meeting. There are a couple best practices. I definitely would warn everyone to be sure to close out your email accounts, all websites, and any other applications that you're not planning on sharing. You don't want to divulge more information than needed. You can share your screen in a meeting by selecting Share in the meeting controls. And here's a quick overview of the meeting controls that you'll see. Being able to see your teams on calls is helpful and creates a sense of a true virtual community, but it can also become somewhat boring over time. So I want to quickly review some of the tools available through Microsoft Teams for interactivity. Chat is the core messaging functionality of Microsoft Teams. When having a one-on-one chat, you can message, call, screen share, and add other people to the conversation, all from a single interface. Conversations in chat, either with one person or a group, are all linear. On the screen are a few of the chat features. During a meeting, the chat box will appear in the right of your screen and is posted for all participants to see, comment, or respond. However, you still can do a private chat by clicking on a person's picture or name during a group meeting. To start a one-on-one chat, select New Chat at the top of the screen in the purple box. Enter the person's name under To at the top of the screen, and then you'll compose your message at the bottom of the chat. Here are some of the formatting options you'll have. You can change the text, you can attach items, add an emoji, a Giphy, a sticker, or even schedule a meeting. All of this can be done in the chat feature before pressing Send to the right. On the screen is a chat conversation I started with Ruth Kim. You'll see my first message at 7:46 asking about the draft SOP. Now, maybe you make a mistake later on, 2 hours, and you address it to Maria, who is not a part of this one-on-one chat. In that case, you can go to the ellipse and actually either delete or edit this message. To start a group chat, you're going to go back to New Chat at the top of your screen. Then when this box opens, select the down arrow to the far right of the To field and enter in a group name. This group is going to be the Outgo TEC training team. Below, I'll then start to put in names of people that I want to be on this group chat. Please note that for group chats, you're limited to 100 people, and that everyone that's included in the group chat will have access to every message. If you realize after setting up a group chat that there's additional people that should be included, just go to Add New People and start typing their names in the add list below. You also have the option to include all chat history or don't include chat history. I'm going to include all chat history for Johnny and Claudio. I'm going to end by clicking on Add. So I've absolutely fallen in love with the functionality of Teams. However, to be 100% honest, my team schedule can get a little hectic at times with the amount of announcements. So before we end, I just want to give you some hints on how to hide or mute chats to keep them out of your way. You can mark a chat as unread and it'll stay in bold so you can come back and read it later. You can pin things to the top of your list, or you can mute them. So when you mute a chat, you just go to the ellipse in the corner and then you'll see mute come up as an option. And then you can also hide them away from that same drop down. Thank you so much for joining me for this non-techie primer on Microsoft Teams. I hope you learned something new and you found it helpful. Thank you so much for your time, and please visit us at SurveyMonkey, link below, to provide us feedback on this session. Have a great day. Bye.